me get this other article. Bringing out scriptures, man. This prophecy today, man. It says, let me see, Iran. Oh boy.
Oh my god, yeah.
This thing is setting off, man. Iran's Revolutionary Guard seizes one UK operated tanker and straight up removes the same place where they shot down the drone. Briefly detains another. Iran seized a British flag oil tanker in the Strait of Hormuz Friday and briefly detained a second, marking a fresh escalation of tensions between Tehran and the West. Iran's Revolutionary Guard forces, in a statement of their website, say the ship was seized by non-compliance with international maritime laws and regulations as being brought to an unnamed Iranian port, according to the Associated Press. And America shot down a drone earlier this week too. We looked that up. Running through the news real quick. Getting crazy, boy. It says, Trump says U.S. shot down Iranian drone as both nations dig in. The American military down an Iranian drone in the Strait of Hormuz, and that whole region is on fire right now. On Thursday, in what presidents called an act of self-defense, just hours after Iran's chief diplomat offered a modest roadmap for easing tensions with the United States. Alright, so I'm not going to read the whole article. They shot an Iranian drone. America shot down a drone. Iran captured a British oil tanker. And earlier they had shot down an American drone. And they suppose, quote unquote, actually hit another oil tanker a little before that. So all this is leading to war. And let me get one more article out. We're trying to have something to say about this as well. Get it. Against the U.S. China urged Washington on Friday to correct sanctions imposed on Chinese companies accused of helping Iran acquire materials for its nuclear program. Yeah, of course they have a trade war with China as well. Alright? Which pressure on Iran and its long-armed jurisdiction against companies in third countries is the root cause of tension, which Iran, a foreign minister, spoke to said. part, and then we jump into the precepts. China has consistently and resolutely opposed the United States opposing unilateral sanctions, meaning by themselves, and so-called long-arm jurisdiction over other countries, including China, says the spokesman Jing Suang. They said, we urge the United States to immediately correct this wrong approach and earnestly respect the legitimate rights and interests of all parties. So, I mean, man, a lot happened this week, man. Right, you just heard the brother earlier said that all the trains was down yesterday. Right, and a week before that was a blackout. Well, a power outage. For a couple of hours, man, in the city, man. See? So, let me get these precepts. Revelation chapter 16, verse 12. Let me read Isaiah 9. Let me read Ezekiel 38 after this. Working for that crown, man. Our deliverance is nigh. Get Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. So that was in times past. They had the shield, the buckler, the staves. Alright? And they'll what? They'll stab each other, slice, whatever, cut each other's neck. Let us spread each other's garments. That's ancient warfare. And garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning fuel of fire, man. That's nuclear war, man. That's why it says in Revelation the 16th chapter that Babylon, America, shall begin to make war with the kings of the east. At the great river Euphrates, man. It started with Iraq. It started with Afghanistan, then Iraq. Now it's starting with Iran now. Russia in the background. China in the background. You have North Korea, which those are just photo ops. Him and Kim Jong-un, whatever that Indian name is. They're not on good terms, man. Because North Korea still got sanctions against them. You see? So I'm going to read Revelation, the 9th chapter. And how much these pastors are talking about this? Not one. You ain't going to no pastor or no Christian church that's going to go into World War III, man. First of all, they don't even go into the book of Revelation. Because according to them idiots, the book is sealed. But when you read Revelation, the 5th chapter, tells you that the Lord unsealed the book. He unsealed it, man. So what you mean the book is sealed, man? Revelation chapter 9, verse 11. Which Revelation, the 9th chapter, goes into World War I. But he goes to Apollyon, William Kaiser, that German king. Kaiser is German for king, like Caesar. He deceived the Germans in thinking that they could win the war, which they didn't. So I think it was called at that Prussia, whatever the case is. It says, it's the point I'm going to bring out. Revelation chapter 9. Verse 11. And they had oxen, and they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit. And people say, oh, this is talking about Satan. What the hell are you guys talking about, man? Alright? The bottomless pit is Europe, man. Read Revelation, the 20th chapter, man. Satan dwells right next to the Most High, man. It tells you that in the book of Job, man. So ain't no place under the ground where you're going to find a spiritual demon Satan, man. Come out of that foolishness, man. That's Greek mythology, man. It says, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abad, but in the Greek name is Apollyon. Alright? And that was going into William Kaiser, man. Okay? That's World War I. And it goes into verse 12. One war is past. So one war is past. And it says what? And behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. 2 more world wars. We're in the midst of the 3rd World War. Hold on 1 second. Again. Revelation chapter 9, where was I? Verse 11, let's start 11 again. And they had a king over them, who was the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue, whose name is Apollyon, man. Alright, that was born to William Kaiser, like I said. And I believe that name means the destroyer, alright? Which that's Esau anyway, right? The destroyer of worlds. Verse 11. And they had a king over them. No, verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. 2 more world wars. You jump to verse 17. And thus I saw the horses in a vision. Same thing in Joel, the 2nd chapter. Those are the missiles. And them that sat on them have breastplates of fire, and janketh and brimstone, and the heads of the horses was the heads of lions. You're going into the warheads, okay? He's just trying to describe the best way he can. This is written over 2,000 years ago. Out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these 3 of the 3rd part of men killed by the fire. Who's the 3rd part of men? Esau, man. Because you have the sons of God, the sons of men, which are the other nations. And you have the sons of the wicked, Edomites. It says, by these, the 3rd part of men were killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which it issued out of their mouth. There's a point I want to get. Verse 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, these other nations, and you other Edomites that the missiles don't get, yet repented not of their works or of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone, and of wood which neither can see nor hear nor walk. So after this nuclear missiles, they see America go up in flames, and other parts of the world get hit. They're not gonna repent, man. It's not in them to repent. Okay, but you got Israelites trying to save Edomites. Okay. So, you know, like people complain about this heat today. That heat, man, that severe heat that the Most High is going to use to destroy America, and that heat that's in their missiles, it's like no other, man. The scripture says nothing is going to grow here or be in nobody's going to ever inhabit here ever again. It's going to be the biggest memorial in history. All 50 states, man. See? Let me read Isaiah 54. Isaiah chapter 54. 16. Fuck, 16. What? Doctrine. You get Ecclesiastes 3. Oh man. Ecclesiastes 3. I quoted it earlier, but I'm reading. It says, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. There's a time and season for everything. Man. Verse 3, a time to kill and a time to heal. A time to weep and a time to laugh. It's the time of weeping. It's the time of killing. A time to mourn and a time to dance. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, so the Lord sent what? Sending a sword on Babylon now. That destroying wind. Right, and we don't want to taste that heat, man. Trust me, man. Right? Because the Most High will make you feel it in your body. He has the power to do it. People just think it's going to be a quick death. Nah. You're going to feel all 1 million degrees of that missile, man. Okay? You don't know the terror of the Lord, man. See, our people don't know the terror of Yahawashi, but they're about to find out, man. The Heavenly Father's Spirit, I just read it earlier, Hebrews 12:29. He's a consuming fire. His spirit is in those missiles, man. Okay? This is the job, man. This is the work. Right, this comes first, man. Right, no, and don't think at all that you're just doing this for nothing. Don't think that, man. Number one, you're gonna get salvation, right? You're gonna be saved from the said perils as set. Okay, and it's gonna be a major uprising in this country, man. Major, man. Major uprising, man. Okay, it's gonna be a major race war, man. You see? And Esau gonna slaughter a lot of you jakes because you was sleeping, man. You wasn't listening to the watchman. Okay? But in the midst of that, like I said last week, Most High gonna raise up the tabernacle of David. Okay, and we gonna put all y'all to death, man. According to the Yahawashi, man. Okay, the fish is gonna become hunters, man. Gonna hunt 2/3, then we gonna get to the other nations. That's gonna be the real fun right there. In the midst of that, you're gonna have Leviathan and other crazy creatures popping up. And then you're gonna see the missiles coming. Then you're gonna see the chariots coming. Oh boy, the day of the Lord is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. You read it, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Alright? Hot, man. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. The elements is gonna melt, man. Right? See, and then that all these things shall be dissolved. Everything that you see, man. This entire kingdom, man. The entire makeup of this kingdom. And these people, man. Right? And the things that y'all hold dear to when you believe it. It's gonna be dissolved. It's gonna be no more. What manner of persons are you ought to be? So if you see all these things happening, what type of person are you supposed to be? It says, ought to be. Holy conversation and godliness is what we're doing, prophesying. Okay? Not saying what we got planned for the next 5 years. That's not holy conversation. Right? We're going to build hospitals in the near future. Okay? Are we trying to build for Israel? Guys who talk like that, you mark it, man. Okay? Any guy who talks like that, yeah, I'm trying to build, help my people. Niggas, shut up, man. Alright? The Most High already got things set up for us, man. That's what Yahawashi said, I go to prepare a place for you, man. We want that, man. But you gonna build in captivity, man? You guys got ulterior motives, man. So let me read on. It says, oh man, I lost the scripture. Here we go. Looking for and hasten unto the coming day of the Most High, where the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt to perfect heat. Truth says, looking for and hasten. Hasten, man. So you're supposed to be looking for the prophecies and bring it out constantly. Remain on fire, man. Alright? Because if you don't, the Lord said in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, that He's going to remove your candlestick, man, and give it to another brother, man. Because you set it on your lease. Right? He has no need for a man like that. That's no more. Okay? So let me get another precept, and let me close it out. Came out here, strength, humility, push the word in the cold, in the hot, all 4 seasons, man. Right? We about to cash in real quick, real soon, man. Okay? We trading this in for money, aka the kingdom. There's more planets, there's more treasure, there's more dominion and rulership for us, man. Right? The only thing the Most High asks you to do is to endure. Read Psalms 126. Let me close it out on that. Wow, look at the battery, can't even hold up, man. Psalms 126. When Yahawashi turneth again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. So this is going to be like just one big nightmare, man. Okay? Then was our mouth filled with laughter and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, Yahawashi this is the heathen going to say, have done great things for them, the Israelites, the elect. Yahawashi have done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Yahawashi as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. So right now, like the scripture says, joy cometh in the morning, man. What's the morning? The kingdom. Okay? What's the night? The New World Order. What's the midnight? Yahawashi coming. Alright? What's the morning? The kingdom, man. We're approaching the night right now. Okay? That's what the Lord said in John the 9th chapter. I burst through the works while it's still daytime. He said a night cometh when no man can work. Back then that was his persecution. But right now the night that's coming is what we're talking about, man. All the things that's listed in Matthew the 21st chapter. Right? It says, turn again our captivity, O Yahawashi as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth therein precious seed shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. That's right around the corner. Right, right around the corner. Yeah. That's right around the corner, man. So we looking forward and hastening unto the coming day, Yahawashi. Okay? Because in order for Israel to rule, every enemy has to be put down, man. Every single enemy, every single adversary, man. That's the only way we could rule, man. See? Read it off my phone. I think it's 1 Corinthians 15. Close it up. Close up shop. Close up shop. See the battery about to die now, so let me. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. You see 1 Corinthians 15. First Corinthians chapter 15, verse 22. No, verse 23. But every man is in his own order, the Mashiach, the first fruits, the elect. Afterward, they that are the Mashiachs at his coming.